Rising up out of poverty can sometimes feel like a daunting task, but remember, it's never impossible. Some of the wealthiest people on the planet came from nothing. Billionaire Oprah Winfrey came from poverty, going on to make it as the richest African-American woman in the world, with a net worth of nearly $3 billion. To those who have dreams of better financial times, having a game plan is crucial to getting out of the doghouse. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some of the most important steps you can take to ensure that you never be poor ever again. But before we begin, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications. Now, let's get into it. Number 1. Be clear on your financial goals and make a plan. Drawing out a good old game plan for your goals never goes out of style. When you decide that you want more out of life for yourself and your family, it's best to have an agenda for how you plan to make sure that money is always flowing. First, you gotta be clear on just exactly what you're making this financial game plan for, whether it's for buying a house, paying for your child's education, or paying off your sizable student loan debt. These goals need extensive thought and planning so that you're prepared for anything. Financial planning is especially important if you intend to invest a good chunk of change into these goals. Begin to make planning a habit. Do it regularly and consistently so that you can have more control of your life and your finances. Number 2. Become financially literate. Becoming financially literate can become your best shield and armor when you're looking to raise yourself out of poverty. After all, knowledge is power. In today's world, with the unlimited reservoir of information that is the internet accessible 24/7, being ignorant is 100% a choice. There are YouTube channels, podcasts, and books with endless amounts of useful information on a plethora of topics. It's easier than ever these days to educate yourself on important financial concepts, such as how to buy a house, how to start investing in the market, how to do your taxes, and so on. When you fully understand everything it takes to get money and keep money flowing, you'll never have to worry about being poor again. Check out some of the other videos on our channel, and I bet you'll find something that you never knew before. Number 3. Budget. To create a good foundation for financial success, you must create a solid budget, and make sure to stick to it. This is probably the most basic step you can make in taking control of your finances. The first thing you should do when creating a budget for yourself is to understand just how much you're spending each month. Once you have that number, you can begin to determine which expenses are absolutely necessary and which expenses just aren't worth it. If you need help getting organized with your budget, the popular 50-30-20 budgeting method is one of the most recommended techniques to help maximize the utility of your money. When you follow this method, you budget roughly 50% of your after-tax dollars on necessities, no more than 30% on wants, and at least 20% on savings and debt repayment. Number 4. Close out on money pits. Money pits can eat away the extra money you have. An example of a money pit is debt or constantly eating out when you have food back at home. These conditions and behaviors are a drain on your financial resources and need to be addressed immediately if you're planning on getting and staying rich in the future. Dealing with your money pits will save you a lot on money in the end. Not only does it increase your usable income, but it helps to reduce your expenses, leaving you with spare change at the end of the month that you can use to invest back into more important things. Number 5. Make investing in yourself a priority. Investing in yourself ultimately means having to sacrifice some things for the sake of growth. The things that are most sacrificed when you're making moves to become rich and keep money flowing is time, effort, and of course, money. Sometimes it just takes money to make money. Making sacrifices will always end up proving to be essential when you're investing in yourself and your financial future. and even though sacrificing your time, effort, and money can feel like a lot in the beginning, don't let this deter you from going after your financial goals. If you dedicate enough of yourself to it, it'll all be worth it in the long run. If you're a photographer looking to improve the quality of your work, you're likely going to want to invest in the best camera you can get your hands on. If you're a new investor, you might want to buy a course on financial literacy so you can know how to handle your future fortunes. These investments we make into ourselves are going to cost money, and sometimes you might feel scared that they won't pay off. Once you buy that camera, you might need to spend more time and effort learning how to use equipment and software you might not be used to using. Once you pay for that course, you might need to set aside more of your free time in order to get the most out of it. This is just the price of progress. Don't be deterred by it, and always give it your best shot anyway. Investing in yourself will always pay off. Number 6. Focus exclusively on increasing income. One of the most important things you should put your mind to when wanting to improve your finances is coming up with exactly how you plan to make more money. This is going to take a lot of effort and time on your part, especially if you're trying to do this within a particular time frame. Trading your time for money is never a guarantee that you're going to be rich. In fact, as long as you're working for someone else, you're never going to be as rich as you could be. Think of ways you can maximize your income. If that means taking up a side hustle, making one of your hobbies into a business, or just learning a new profitable skill, assess what you need to do in order to become your own boss and have more control over how you get your money. Number 7. Don't inflate your lifestyle. When some people start to earn more money than they've ever seen in their lives, it's extremely easy to fall into the trap of inflating your lifestyle alongside your income. It's called lifestyle creep. This is probably the easiest way for people to stay poor, even if they are earning a good amount of money. Some people will begin to earn good money and see this as an opportunity to go on a spending spree because they think that playing status games will somehow confirm to them and the rest of the world that they made it. This is honestly an outrageous, irresponsible behavior and is how many people get themselves into unnecessary debts. When you start earning money, it should be your mission to keep living well below your means. If you see a rise in your income, this is not your cue to buy an expensive car or ball out on designer items just because you can afford it. Keeping up with the Joneses will just hemorrhage your money and drive you straight back into poverty if you're not smart. Number 8. Save money for investing in assets. Saving money is not just for rainy days, it's also for opportunities. This means that you should keep aside a particular amount of money that can be utilized whenever an opportunity presents itself. This could be an opportunity to take a course that could help you learn a skill to further maximize your money, or it could be an opportunity to finally take the plunge and invest in assets such as stocks and real estate. When you invest in stock, your portfolio could be seen as something of a savings account. A savings account that could make you a fortune if you play your cards right. It's actually a much better and far more effective way of putting money off to the side because it's working for you while you sleep. Money that is just left in a savings account may accumulate some interest, but it could very well depreciate in value over time thanks to inflation, if it's not making at least 2% of its value back every year. And while the market is generally a very volatile place, smart investors know that the market will always have a long-term upward trend. So, there you have it. If you implement just one of these pieces of advice into your financial journey, you can rest assured that with the right time and effort, one day, all of the investments you make will pay off, and you, your family, and future generations will never have to worry about being poor ever again. What do you think about our advice on how to never be poor again? Which piece of advice can you implement today? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever we post new content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.